Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Deck in at the 3 slot.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
Now here's Parker. At 3 off the mark. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Tavares. Here's Deck. Clock at 6. And he dunks it down.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Now here's Satoransky. He started close. Three-pointer. A three-pointer is right on target. Satoransky's got 6 points.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Musa.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
First team foul.
To the left side wing. Here's Campazzo. Satoransky covering. Here's Musa. Nailed from three-point land.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Deck. Shoots the 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. There's the 3. And Campazzo pulls it down. It's intercepted. Parker outside. Now Satoransky. From past the arc. Deck pulls it in.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now Satoransky. He has 6. Fires for 3. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 9.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Campazzo, the pass to Garuba.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Campazzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Musa. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Musa's got 6 points.
That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
To the middle, stolen. And Parker with a clear path to the hoop. Good on the triple.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Here's Musa. He's got 6. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. pass to Parker. Deck pulls it in.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Campazzo. Misses the three. Satoransky looking around. Get that bucket in no time at all.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Musa passes to Tavares. Here's Garuba, covered by Parker. From the arc. A nice shot by Garuba. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Song. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Here's Campazzo. The three. Sends it home! What a shot!
You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way to end a quarter.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Leading by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Medu is out there with Anderson. And it's Lapro-Vitola in at the point guard position. They've got Yui, and it's Njai in at power forward. 6 to shoot. Inside. A second chance effort. Good on the jump shot.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide open shooter.
Here's Abrinas. Offline with his three.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Bucket is good.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. To stop the run. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. And Yui kicks to Njai. Takes a three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Lapro-Vitola passes to Anderson. There's the pick. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Stolen by Anderson. Pass to Abrinas. Fires from deep. And the 3 ball is good.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
And here is Hazonia. Over Anderson. Hazonia's shot is off.
Normally, he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Here's Lapro-Vitola. Hits it from three-point range. Lapro-Vitola's got his first 3 points of the game.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Pass to Njai. Top of the key, Hazonia. Over Anderson. Hazonia's shot is off.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Here's Abrinas. Hits the three-point bomb. Abrinas has got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Basket counts.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Njai. No good on the triple. Here's Abrinas. He has 6. Trains the three-pointer. Abrinas has got 9 points.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Pass to Enjoy.
Team foul. Anderson. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Home team on D. It's a 3-point game. Here's Huey. And Ibaka kicks to Hazonia. Here's Huey. Satoransky covering. 4 on the shot clock. 41 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Fires the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
For 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Well, for the most part, they've taken care of the ball. I mean, that's one of the few mistakes they've made in what has been a good half.
A tight game here in Cleveland. To the wing on the left. Here's Musa. Off target from outside. Now here's Satoransky. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up 5. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot.
They've controlled the pace, and it's been fast. Getting out in the open court and scoring before the defense could get set.
Says the Jet. And now let's take. Thanks for spending halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've got Parker. He's out there with Song. Falls out there with Satoransky. Here's Garuba, covered by Parker. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And it's Musa in at the shooting guard position. Offensive rebound, pass to Fall. Here's Satoransky. The 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Satoransky's got 16.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor space.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
They've got Fall. Parker out there with Song. And it's Satoransky in at point. And it's Musa in at the 2. Fires the 3. And Garuba pulls it down.
I'll tell you, he has looked just a step slow all game, but his teammates, boy, have they come through.
Top of the key. Musa with the bucket. He's got 8.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
Parker inside. Pass to Satoransky. It's up a 3. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Musa can't hit.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Connects from 3-point range.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Over to the left wing. Here's Garuba. He's got 6. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
They set the pick. Wide open look. Back to Satoransky. And a wide open look for Saar. Drops in the tray. Saar's got his second basket of the night.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And stolen by Saar. Pass to Satoransky. Takes the 3. Now Saar.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
6 on the shot clock. Puts the fadeaway right on the money.
And you look for why they keep giving up buckets here. And their boxing out, or lack of boxing out, is really hurting them.
Garuba the pass to Tavares. 1:41 left to play in the third. Such a wide open look. Dex got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Garuba the pass to Deck. 1:07 left to play here in the third. There's the triple. They get it back. Pass to Campazzo. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And just a fantastic run of games for him. A look at the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And the nature of big men in the league has evolved, and he's a perfect example of how valuable a guy like this can be on your team. He's had a tremendous stretch of basketball here lately.
Satoransky gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Out to the wing from 18 feet away. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Musa's got 10 points. Musa's gone 4-7 from the field here. There's 21 seconds left in the third. Fader on the way. Sinks the triple. 11 points in the game.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits at... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Parker out there with Falls. Then it's Saar, and it's Satoransky in at the point.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end. But right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so here's the home team. Here's Aprinas. No good on the quick 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Azania. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Anderson passes to Medu, and it's Aprinas in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. A rebound by Hazanya.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him. Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Njai. From deep. Hangs home the trifecta.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
And it's tied up with that one. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential they put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
The rebound by Ibaka.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Hazonia on the wing. Pass to Njai. Here's Huey. Satoransky covering. 3 on the clock. Here's Hazonia. And the 3 off target. Hazonia's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Parker looking over the floor. Now here's Satoransky. D right on him. Launches a 3. Tries again. Pass to Abrinas. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
What a tremendous ability to hit from so far out. That's a big-time 3.
Ibaka with the screen on Satoransky. And Huey kicks to Hazonia. The 3-ball. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Fall passes to Abrinas. There's the screen. Launches it. Drills it from outside. Abrinas has got 6 in the quarter.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Here's the 3. Hazonia's shot is off.
I know he wants to answer the 3 that was just made on the other end, but he can't let that affect his judgment. He's got to find the best shot possible.
The long distance 3 is buried.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Huey, and right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Hazonia kicks to Ibaka. And he's good on the 3-ball.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Parker outside. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Hazonia. Here's Njai. Laces one from 3.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's tightly guarded. The tray sinks the 3-pointer.
And they still have a foul to give at this point. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Here's Huey. Bullseye!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
Here's Satoransky. Misses the 3. Off the mark. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost.
Hello and welcome to Sunday Night NBA action here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Satoransky with the steal. Jacks up with three. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
James outside. Let's go with a three. Kick out to Brown. James outside. 5 on the clock. Driving inside. And the shot goes down.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Parker. He shoots. Fires from deep. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
James passes to Brown. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Brown looking around. Pass to Korkmaz. Now, here is James. Shots blocked. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Sinks the tray.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Satoransky. Three-pointer, no good. Now here's Brown. Defense is right there. Brown with a screen. Takes it inside. They now take the lead.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Satoransky. Knocks down the triple.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Puts it up. They get it back. From deep. Can't get it to go. 2 for 4 thus far. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's all from three-point range.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough three.
Shoots. Korkmaz, good. Satoransky with it. Here's the pick. To the wing, right side. Parker, no good. 1:09 left in the first quarter. Gets the three to fall. He's got 7.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Here's the three. Sends it home from three-point land. Parker's got 6.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
It's James on the wing. Covered by Satoransky. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Out left to the wing. Take it away. That'll count. He can't get that one to fall. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. They're up by 3. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Here's Kalathis with the drive. Anderson pulls it down.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Covered by Diallo. And they get it back. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Oh, from deep. The rebound by Corneli. Diallo outside. Three-pointer. The shot no good. And a miss there on the triple. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Fires the three. That shot is off.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's a Kobo, drives to the hoop, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. 4-3, knocks down the long J.
And that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Goes up from the top of the key, and the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Anderson. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's a Kobo. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
That one falls.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Well, we got a close game here in Cleveland. Diallo outside. The three is up. Pass to Corneli. Here's a Kobo. Anderson covers. Shot clock at 6. Driving to the basket. A Kobo gets the bucket. Give him 8 points now.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence out.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Right wing. From behind the arc. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him. This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Diallo. And he banks in the layup. Diallo's gotten his first basket of the night.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Here's Vesely. Pass to Anderson. And they're unable to get the tying bucket there.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Calathes. Still no points. They set a pick. To the inside. Corneli. Deflected! 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Puts up a three. He buries it from 3. And that'll tie this game up.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's a Kobo. 11 points in the game. From deep. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite segment on tap. As we check out how the Eastern Conference, you got to be feeling pretty good if you're one of the teams at the top of your conference.
It's a huge confidence boost to let you know that
my bed is the best you can buy.
but it ain't as tough as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
I think Shaq. Thanks as always.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Fall in at the 5, down low. For 3, James drops in the 3.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Fires in the triple. 9 points in the game.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
We've got Chimezie Metu, and it's Parker in at the small forward position. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. For the lead. They get it back.
Away team foul. 4-time Portland Bucks. First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the home team now. Here's Parker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The 3. And Parker pulls it down. Pass to Satoransky. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Now here's Parker. 4 on the clock. Takes the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Parker's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And there's James from the arc. Drains the triple. James has gone 2 of 4 shooting. Pass to Parker. Satoransky outside for 3. Sinks it from distance. Satoransky's got 8 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And here's Brown for 3. Satoransky pulls it in. Here's Fall. Here's Metu. No points yet. To the middle. Oh, they pick off the pass. On the break. From outside the arc. And they'll get another chance. And here's Brown for 3. On target from range. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Launches a 3. That one is off. Now here is James. He's got 6. Nice shot from the wing. James has got 8 here in this quarter. James has gone 3 of 5 from the field. 1:56 left in the 3rd quarter. Spins. Offline with a 3.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
First team foul.
Every trip up the floor gets more and more important.
Yes, indeed. They badly want to stop the bleeding here.
Here's Satoransky. Knocks it down from distance. Satoransky's got 11 points.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Fires it. He can't get it to go.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
The offensive rebound. Here's Fall. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded. Pass to James. It's Brown on the wing. Give him 8 points now. Shoots. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron, and it falls. He's got 10. Brown's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter here.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
It's tipped, and that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
There's 21 seconds left in the third. They set the pick. Diallo against Anderson. 5 to shoot. Here's Calathis. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. It'll count. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
Here's a Kobo. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
From downtown, offensive board. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, came up empty. Here's Mata-Yunus. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
For the away team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. He drops it from range.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Here's a Kobo. Fires the 3. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Anderson for 3. The rebound by Cornelie. Cornelie's got 5 rebounds in the game. Anderson's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Here's a Kobo. To the wing on the left. Here's Mata-Yunus. Nails it from 3.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Diallo on the wing. There's a screen. The 15-footer. Here's Cornelie, and he dunks it down.
Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Here's Vesely. It's Anderson on the wing. And the three-pointer goes.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Anderson's gone 2 of 4 from distance. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Connects from downtown.
And just a painful blow right there. I mean, eyeing the lead, they give up a big triple.
Away team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:57 left to play in the fourth quarter. Takes a three. James with the rebound.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
That one's good from Diallo on the assist from James. James has got 6 assists in the game. Launches it. That shot's good by Parker.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
They set the pick. Here's Matajunas. This James on the wing. Covered by Satoransky. It's good. James has got 10 points in just the second half. It's a race against time as they try to go on a run of their own.
Yeah, and right now the clock may be their biggest enemy.
The three is up. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
And the defense has to know that taking away his three is the #1 priority, and he's hurt them all game long with that shot. It makes no sense. You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Here's Satoransky. They grab their own miss. No good from outside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Diallo.
No need to rush that play. That's called giving away a possession. And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Here's Satoransky. No good with a layup. Lets it go from deep. Diallo, that one's good.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Passing game out there with James. Then there's Brown, and it's Korkmaz in at the small forward. Now here's Brown. On the wing, James. 5 to shoot. Pulls up. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Here's Musa. Three-pointer. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's James. Pass to Papagiannis. Here's Boston game. Shoots. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Out left to the wing. Jack passes to Garuba. They set the pick. Over to the wing. Here's Musa. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
Away team ball.
Here's Boston game. Outside, James. Jacks up a three. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Deck, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Beyond the arc. Musa grabs the miss. From downtown, drills the three-pointer. Musa's got 6 points.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Brown wide open. He fires. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Musa. He's got 6. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. They swipe it. James right side. For the 3. That's the Boston game. And here is James. 5 on the clock. Here's Boston game. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. He's got 5.
A great idea to get your secondary scorers involved early. This helps keep everybody engaged.
Yeah, he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
Here's Musa. Here's Campazzo. From outside, off the mark. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first. Papagiannis kicks to Brown. That's the Boston game. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Here's Papagiannis, and it's denied. And they're able to recover. Here's Korkmaz. Still scoreless. Here's Boston game, and a miss there on the triple. Here's Campazzo. Here's Garuba from outside the arc. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Blasingame. He's got 5. Pass to Papagiannis. The screen from Brown. This one for 3. Count it! He caught it!
That's how you do it. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
That's exactly how you want to close out.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Up by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
They've got Yui, and it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. You've got Diallo, and it's Moniunas in at the center. Here's Diallo. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Lasagna's shot is off.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that. It will cost you another play.
On Wednesday and then on Thursday.
At the line for the away team, Oklahoma.
First one falls for. Both good from the line that time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Pulls it up. Here's Yui. Now Hezonja. Lets the 3 fly. It's good from long range. Hezonja's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Second team foul.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Diallo the pass to Moniunas, and stolen by Hezonja.
That's their first of the game, though, so sharp passing has helped them to craft this lead.
Here's Akobo. There's a screen by Moniunas. Akobo, the pass to Moniunas. Here's Akobo. Off target with his 3. Hezonja with the ball. They set the pick. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the left wing. Pass to Moniunas. From outside the arc. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Here's Yui. Here's Njai. He has yet to score. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Corniche, the pass to Diallo. Puts up a deep 3. He can't get that one.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Here's Njai, and he hits it to tie the game up.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Okobo looking over the floor. Count that one. Okobo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Here's Huey. They set the screen. There's the triple. Corniche with the rebound. Here's a Kobo. The offensive rebound. Pass to Matajunas. Takes a three. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Matajunas has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And now, here's Hazonia. Tight defense on him. Here's Njai for 3. Got a hand on it, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's a Kobo. The tray. Buries the long-range jumper. Kobo's got 7 points. Here's Huey. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Thanks, fellas. I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you... And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the visiting team.
Depth has been...
And that's all for us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. The visitors with the ball, leading by 5. They've got Huey, and it's Njai in at the 4. A nice shot by Brown.
3 points.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Brown right side. Pass to Blasingame. There's the drive. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Out left to the wing. Here's Huey. Knocks down the 3-ball. He's got 6.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Papagiannis can't hit. Papagiannis has gone 1 of 4 from the field. Pass to Njai. From the arc. Hits the 3-point bomb. Njai's got 6.
That's one of the best 3-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Brown the pass to Korkmaz. Here's Blasingame. James left side. There's a good screen. Clock at 4. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. James has got his second basket of the game. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Huey. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Huey's gone 2 for 5 tonight. Brown outside. Korkmaz, no good. And now, here's Hazonia. He's covered by Brown. Fires the 3. Pass to Here's Njai. Shoots the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Njai's got 6 points in the quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Papagiannis can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Screen by Ibaka. Here's Huey, and that one good. 8 points for him.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And here's James outside. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And Njai kicks to you. 1:29 left in the third. To the inside and taken away by Brown. Here's Korkmaz. Hezonja defending. There's a screen. Lets it go from deep. Korkmaz, no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
1:03 left in the third quarter of the game. Brown outside. Pass to James. Brown with a screen on Ibaka. And a wide open look for James. Nailed from three-point land. James has got 9 points here in the second half. And Huey kicks to Njai. Oh, good with the triple. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Passing game, the pass to Korkmaz. Fires for three. The rebound by Njai. Njai's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires away from way outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hezonja's got 8 points. 9 seconds left to play in the third. James kicks to Papagiannis. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists tonight.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are...
The third quarter comes to a close. Up by 8, and we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And it's Musa in at the 2.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Here's Campazzo. Here's Karuba. No good from outside.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Here's Diallo. Connects from three-point range.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
To the wing on the left. There's the pick. Beyond the arc. Musa can't hit.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. A 3-ball. Coletas, no luck. Here's Garuba. Pass to Musa. The 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Musa's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Coletas passes to Diallo. Now here's Yunus. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. A nice shot by Garuba.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Out to the right wing. Here's a Kobo. There's a screen by Yunus. Puts up a deep three. And it's a Kobo missing. Kobo's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Garuba the pass to Musa. Launches a 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Game is on the line. He wants the ball. No one on D stepped up to stop him.
Coletas, no luck. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up from this end. The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Here's Campazzo. Garuba the pass to Musa. Here's Campazzo. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the fourth.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
Here's Musa. Fires from the corner. Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's the screen. Here's a Kobo. It's in!
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Campazzo. Down low. Here's Musa. Yes!
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's Coletas. Fires from way outside. That shot, no good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is...
Live coverage of this Tuesday night NBA game here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Willie Hernan Gomez, and it's Satoransky in at the point. Injai can't hit. Hernan Gomez with it. Here's Satoransky. Three-pointer off the mark. Deck passes to Injai. To the paint. Pass to Campazzo. Here's Injai. Fires for three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And just about a minute into this first quarter, hits the trifecta.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Injai. Campazzo, the pass to Deck. 4 on the clock. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Pass to Satoransky. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Hey, the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
To the right side. Here's Campazzo, covered by Satoransky. And there's a pick. The 3 ball. Counted from distance.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Parker, no good. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Got a piece of it. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
18 ball.
Satoransky, left side. Offensive rebound. Satoransky's gone 1 for 3 on the night. The steal. And here they come. That one's good from the corner. Satoransky's got 5 now.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a 1-possession game. Well done.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Here's Njai. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Fades and shoots. Good on the shot. 5 points in the game. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach, and we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.
Thank you for that, Allie. Here's Deck. Pass to Campazzo. 1:07 left in the opening quarter. And he can't stop the run as that one misses. A deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
I just love the ball move.
Here's Deck. Here's Njai. Screen by Deck. This one for 3. Sarr pulls it in.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Fires from way outside. Oh, what a shot!
Oh, nice!
That was from way downtown.
What a shot!
And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
And just nails the 3. Way to close the...
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Up 7. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Hazonia in at the 3 slot.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
It's Anderson on the wing. The three. Shot clock at 5. Metu. Off target with the three. On Tuesday and then on Saturday. Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Such a wide open look.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. No good on the triple.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pure from three-point range.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe DeMar said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Oh, wasted no time on that one. 6 points for him.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
There's the triple. Garuba with a rebound. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Money from the wing. A minute 58 left in the second. There's the three. Buries it from 3.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Pass to Azonia. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Oh, man, they have really heated up from mid-range.
You're exactly right. I mean, they've banged home 8 of their last 10 points on mid-range jumpers.
Great open look there.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
A minute 15 left in the second period. Offensive rebound. Six to shoot, down low. Out to the right wing. Here's Musa. And Metu pulls it down.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Over to the left wing, beyond the arc. Hits a three-pointer. Metu's got 6.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Pass to Musa. Oh, misses the dunk. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Knocks it loose. Inside.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
Man, absolutely jaw-dropping.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
That'll do it for the first half. Up by 15. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Make some noise and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Give me a beat.
They've been in fuego from downtown, finding space and letting it go, showing.
And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we... Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Ibaka in its center, filling out the middle. Pass to Sarr. From the arc. Garuba with a rebound. We've got Sarr, and it's Satoransky in the point guard. Musa, good. Give him 8.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in a shooting guard. Here's Parker, and good. Coming on the assist by Satoransky.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Pass to Musa. Over to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Launches a 3. Garuba, no good. Garuba's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And here's Hernan Gomez. Satoransky outside. There's the triple. They get the rebound. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Three-pointer. Hits the trifecta. Satoransky's got 8 points.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Hazonia driving in. Boom! He jams it straight down.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
Another shot. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron. He's got 19.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Hazonia gets the bucket.
Not putting his head down. He continues to produce with the team trailing.
Beyond the arc. Parker outside. And good. Coming on the assist by Satoransky. 6 points for him.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Out to the wing. The 3 ball. Drops in the 3.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, we want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Down low. Here's Ibaka. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
The ideal pass for that situation. Great instincts.
Here's Parker. Satoransky outside. Parker outside. Sinks the tray. Parker's got 9 points here in the second half. Parker's gone 3 of 5 so far from downtown. Now here's Ibaka. Defense right on him. Pass to Musa. Satoransky with the steal. Good. And that basket makes him 8 for 14 for the game.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Ibaka. Fires for 3. Buries it from 3. Ibaka's got 5 points now this quarter.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
The 3. He can't hit that time. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blow. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Campazzo. Pass to Deck. And Clark, we're seeing greater parity league-wide, but there's still those teams wandering the wilderness.
Yeah, and some of that is due to teams failing to draft well. You've got to be a little lucky, but you also have to be good in your draft selections. And it's not enough to have a high pick. It's really what you do with whatever picks you have in getting it right.
Lets it go from deep. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
There's a screen by Metu. Fires the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Away team foul. Rocco beat it. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Njai. Let's go with a 3. He drops it from range.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
There's a screen by Metu. Lets the 3 fly. And he can't get that one. And they're on the break. Pass to Campazzo. Here's Deck. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. From downtown, connects from downtown.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And there's the screen. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
3 points. Making his mark from long range today. That's his second triple of the half, his 5th overall.
Njai, shot is good.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Pass to Campazzo. "19-footer. Yes, on the jumper. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
There's the 3. Fires in the triple.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Pass to Njai. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Tries the spin move. The three. Njai's shot is good. Njai's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
From deep three-point land, sinks it. What range from downtown.
Oh, my. The air is thin from out there, but I'll tell you what, he's got deep range.
There's a screen. This one for three. No good on that one. 5 for 9 in the game. Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
And they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Oh, that's offensive interference.
No basket.
.36 seconds left in the fourth. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires away from way outside. And it goes out of bounds following the shot. And so the road team gets the W in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that's...
joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Satoransky, Sarr out there with Parker, and it's Fall in at the 5. James against Satoransky. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Papagiannis can't hit. Now Sarr. From deep. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Here's Korkmaz. Jacks up a 3. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Of course, John Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And Sarr throws it down.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Korkmaz. Over to the left wing. Papagiannis. They retain possession. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. And that one's good. Korkmaz. Korkmaz has got 6 points.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Pass to Satoransky. Launches the 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. James kicks to Brown. Fires from deep. Gets it to go. That one good from Papagiannis.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. He has 6.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
And Brown throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. But 3, bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of 3s today.
Now here's James. No scoring in this one. Pass to Korkmaz. James outside. Here's Papagiannis, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big follow. Here's Sarr. To the middle. It's stolen. Here's Korkmaz. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
There's 39 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
James has a 2-pointer. Fall with the rebound.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
To the left side wing. Pass to Satoransky. Just 5 on the clock. Traps in the tray. 5 seconds left in the first quarter.
The ball goes to the away team. Substitution on the court.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Well, you love a quick 3 points off the inbounds. That's about as good as it gets from out of bounds.
No good. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. They lead by 5, and we'll be back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
They've got Anderson, and it's Vesely in at the 5, down low. 5 to shoot. Okobo bangs home the trifecta. Okobo's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Abrinas. Pass to Laprovitola. Anderson the screen. Out to the wing. Here's Laprovitola. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Laprovitola's got his first basket of the night.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Boy, this pass is to Moniunas. From past the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
There's the pick. Here's Abrinas. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Diallo kicks to Moniunas. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Anderson passes to Abrinas. 3-pointer. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
3-pointer. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Laprovitola. Releases. Here's Abrinas. From downtown. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Abrinas has got 6 in the quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Diallo, no good. Diallo's gone 1 of 4 so far. Anderson dishes to Vesely. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Laprovitola, no good. Laprovitola's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Okobo, that's good. Okobo's got 6.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a 3-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Abrinas kicks to Anderson. Pass to Laprovitola. Takes the 3. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half of basketball. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's Abrinas. 9 points in the game so far. They set the screen. Lets it go with a three. The shot's good from Laprovitola. 8 points for him.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Here's Diallo. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. 27 seconds left to play here in the half. Medu passes to Laprovitola. Launches it. They get it again. Pass to Abrinas. It's up a three. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Okobo looking over the floor. Puts up a deep three. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up 5. Step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story. Things are going well.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those.
Okay, time to... And that'll do it for halftime.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Korkmaz is out there with Brown. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in its center. Here's Wasengame. Scoreless thus far.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Parker out there with Fall. Then it's Sar, and it's Satoransky in at the 1. To the right side. Clock at 6. Fade away. Unable to get that one.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Parker with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Parker's got 6.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Papagiannis has gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Fades back. That one goes in. 11 points in the game.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
And here's James outside. Hits it from 3-point range.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
It's Parker outside, and the 3 ball is good.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
James kicks to Papagiannis. Off target from 3-point range.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
James defending. Satoransky looking around. Satoransky has screen on James. It's hauled in by Brown. Here's Papagiannis. Cranes the 3-pointer. Papagiannis has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open 3s like that.
Fades and shoots. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Back to James. Second shot opportunity. He doesn't hit that one.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Screen by Parker. Round against Sadaransky. Korkmaz grabs the miss.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
And it's good, 2 points. Sadaransky's got 5 now.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Pass to Korkmaz. Fires the 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. Korkmaz has gotten everything to go for him. 5 attempts, 5 makes. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, 3 triples in the first half, but he seems to have gone cold from distance since the break.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Unloads. And stolen by Diallo. 3-on-3. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And it's a Kobo missing. Right wing. They set the pick. Pass to Sadaransky. His three-pointer's off the mark. Here's a Kobo. Drills it from outside. 9 points in the game so far, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Corniche and Diallo in at the small forward. Here's a Kobo. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Medu back to Abrinas. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. On Thursday, then on Thursday. And the home team has possession. The lead is 2. Pass to Motiejunas. Here's Corniche. Back to Motiejunas. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Coathis. And the jam by Motiejunas.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. For the 3, Abrinas with the bucket.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Coathis passes to Kobo. A little over a minute and a half, but the fourth quarter gone now. Buries it from three-point range.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Here's Abrinas. Pass to Medu. Tries the spin move. And he drives in.
They continue to battle out there. So close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Anderson outside. Here's Medu to the wing right side. There's a screen. Here's Laprovitola. Good on the triple. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's James. Pass to Corniche. James against Satoransky. Moniunas kicks to James. Cans it from downtown.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
And it's Abrinas in the corner. There's the pick. There's the three. The rebound by Akobo.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Moniunas has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Satoransky with it. It's up a three. Sinks the triple.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Satoransky's gotten 2 of his 5 attempts from deep to go. Moniunas has a screen for James. That one good for 2.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to have.
Pass to Satoransky. Here's Abrinas. He's guarded by Diallo. Here he goes. Yes!
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Moniunas, that's a screen for Diallo.
It counts.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And it's Abrinas in the corner. From past the arc, knocks down the three.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficiently.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
Now, here's Vesely. And here is Satoransky. Medu passes to Abrinas. Launches a three. Can't get it to fall. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really, and a
Everyone, welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the 1. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. They get it again. Pass to Korkmaz. And here's James. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Here's Garuba. Three-pointer. James with the rebound. Pass to Korkmaz. James outside. The three is up. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
There's a screen from Garuba. Musa, good.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Pass to Garuba. Here's Musa. Here's Campazzo. Check by James. Takes the three. Musa, no good. Now James. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. From deep. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. James has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. And that one is stuffed right through.
There's a move for you.
Wow, just showed great creativity on his way to the bucket. Korkmaz on the wing. Brown with a screen. Here's the three. Korkmaz, good.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Garuba. Here's Campazzo. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
The three is up. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Pass to Garuba. Back to Campazzo. Here's Musa. From outside the arc. Pure from three-point range. He has 6.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open. They just got burned.
Nails it from 3.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
56 seconds left now in the first quarter. No one near him. Connects. The jumper drops.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Outside, Brown. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
.40 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Garuba. And he's going for the lob. Ball stolen. Here's Corneli for 3. Diallo. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Here's Musa. From behind the arc. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. They're up by 1. Let's... And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Pass to Akobo. Here's Corneli to the left wing. Just 4 to shoot.
Ball is turned over. The ball goes to the away team.
Shot is up. The rebound by Corneli.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Here's Akobo. Yet to see a basket. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ibaka. For 3, Diallo. And that won't fall for him. He's 0 for 2. And they're running. Here's Hazonia. Off the mark there with a 3. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Akobo. Six to shoot. 4-3. No luck on that one. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. For 3. Kept alive. Out to the right wing. Second shot opportunity. Buries the jump shot.
Assist from Ibaka.
Diallo with the ball. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Here's Hazonia. Takes a 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Pass to Akobo. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Diallo on the wing. Here's Montejunas. The shot won't fall. Ooh, great D that time from Ibaka. To Inja. Fires from deep. And he buries his first look.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Matajunas. And no good. The dry spell continues. A minute 50 left to play in the first half. Here's Inja. Screen by Ibaka. Pulls it from the top of the key to the left side wing. Pass to Inja. Out to the right wing. To the paint. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Inja's got 5 points now this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Akobo. No made baskets yet from deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Hezonja, covered by Diallo. Ibaka with a screen on Diallo. Pass to Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Uneasy 2 on the layup.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Here's Kalathis. There's a screen to snap the cold streak. And Hezonja pulls it down.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
For 3, Diallo knocks it down from distance. Gets it up. Can't hit that one. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Up by 10. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Taking a look at the visitors, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong.
And time to talk now about that first half. What a dominant display for the visiting team. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Outside, Brown. Back to James. There's the drive, and it's James with the jam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Campazzo in at the 1. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Launches it. Garuba with a rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
We've got Usman Garuba, and it's Musa in at the 2. Campazzo, the pass to Deck. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the triple. Deck's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Back to Korkmaz. They set the screen. Beyond the arc. Not going to go that time.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Here's Deck. Knocks down the long J. Deck's got 6.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Back to Campazzo. Pass to Garuba.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. And here's Brown for three. Drills it from deep. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Here's Garuba, defended by Brown.
Old team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Off target from outside. Here's Musa, checked by James. Outside, Brown. This one for three. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
Here's Campazzo, checked by James. Campazzo, the pass to Deck. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Campazzo. Over James. And Campazzo missing. There's 1:34 left in the third quarter. Pass to James. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Here's Garuba, defended by Brown. And a two-handed jam!
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
43 seconds left to play in the third quarter here.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Pass to James. Back to Korkmaz. Brown with a screen. From downtown, Korkmaz, good. Korkmaz has got 6.
After a brutal first half from the field, their shots are finally starting to fall.
Here's Campazzo. 5 points in the game. And he lays it up and in. Campazzo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
And here's Brown for 3. No good that time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 14. And all right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. To the paint. It's picked off. Pass to Njai. Uncovered. And counted from 12 feet.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
There's a screen. Here's a Kobo. Lets the three fly. Injai grabs the miss.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Covered by Diallo. From the arc. Counted from distance.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Sinks it from distance.
Their offense sort of clawing back to respectability. Let's see if they can keep building on this.
Pass to Ibaka. Here's Hazonia, covered by Diallo. And he goes in for the dunk.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant.
Good awareness and range to get out there for the rebound.
To the right side. Here's Injai. Here's the three. It's not going to go for him. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Kobo gets the bucket.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Injai. Screen by Ibaka. Three-pointer. The rebound by Diallo.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Unloads. Unable to get that one. Pass to a Kobo. Lets it go from deep. The shot off that time. Now here's Ibaka. Here's Hazonia, covered by Diallo. Spins. Minute 32 left in the game. Here's Hazonia from deep three-point range. That shot off.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Screen by Ibaka. Pass to Hazonia. Launches it from deep. The rebound by Corneli. For three, Diallo. From deep. It's rebounded by Ibaka.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Fires from way outside. He's off on that one. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. A Kobo, no good. Here's Hazonia. Puts up a deep three. That shot, no good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one.